Hello there everyone, my name is Clink and welcome back to Dark Souls. Today we are going to be going down the Great Hollow. And yeah, this ought to be fun. Last time we did finish up some quest lines if you maybe want to see those, or the Nido fight. So this is kind of a bit of a break from the main quest at this point, you could say. And I want to see if I can get this. I really want to grab this. Yes. This is the Chloranthy ring right here, a stamina regeneration ring. Has the same effects as the Grass Crush Shield. A wonderful ring. I will not be using it because I need my Havel's ring to fast roll, and fast rolling is everything to me. Something else to point out about the Great Hollow that I'm not really going to cover because I don't know my way around this super well, and quite frankly, I don't want to spend that much time here. But there is a ton of crystal lizards. If you need Twinkling Titanite or upgrade materials, there's like 10 crystal lizards here that you can kill. If they despawn, you can just unload the area and come back in. They'll be right back here, and all will be fine and dandy. Oh yeah, there's Basilisk here. So don't get cursed. Oh man, since I don't have all that humanity this time around, I don't have that much curse resistance. But yeah, you can start falling down here in the Great Hollow if you want to, but it is completely possible to just walk down without having to do any drop downs. Makes this area a lot easier, in my opinion. Ooh, a Titanite slab. Safe drop downs like that, even though I kind of messed it up anyway, are what you really should do. But just know it is possible to just walk down to the bottom, because there is a way to get back up, because you can come here before having the Lord Vessel. My recommendation, if you're thinking about coming here before having the Lord Vessel, is don't. Like, seriously, just don't do it. Getting out of here is a nightmare, especially if you get cursed. Granted, if we died right now, we'd be right back up at the top, but there is a bonfire down at the bottom, and if you rest at it and then die, or if you rest at it, then you do have to get yourself back out of here, and if you get cursed, that just makes it even worse. So I don't recommend coming here until you're decently far into the game. At least have the Lord Vessel, and if I get cursed because of that stupid ladder... Okay. Yeah, you gotta be very careful with the Basilisk here. You always have to be careful with them, but... I feel like it's harder here than in the depths, just because there's a little bit less room to work with half the time. Don't let him spew. We'll just keep on going down. It doesn't take too terribly long to get down to the bottom as long as you're playing it safe. But, you know, there's stuff like that that's tempting to get, I guess, and would easily get you killed. But I'm just not even gonna mess with it. We're gonna keep going down, taking the safe route. It's like a Basilisk shadow right there. I'm tempted to get that item, which I guess I can. It's not that hard to get to. Once you're on these mushrooms, it's a little bit easier, I would say. Because, like, you can just keep walking on these mushrooms all the way down. Oh, hey, an Eye of Death. I don't think I ever got one off the Basilisk in the depths, so it's nice to at least get one from them. But yeah, you can just keep walking down the mushrooms to get to the bottom. Now, these guys were in Darkroot Garden when we went and fought Sif, all that time ago at this point. But what I didn't actually get anywhere close to was these guys. That punch right there, yeah, that punch hits like a truck. Oh my gosh. Don't get hit by it. That's the recommendation on that one too. So I actually don't even recommend fighting these guys. It'll make your life easier. But once you get down to the bottom here, you'll get to this fog wall, and you'll get to one of the 4 locations in the game that plays music outside of a boss fight. Ash Lake. I love Ash Lake. There's not much here, but it's something that I really respect in some of FromSoft's games, and it's something they still do to this day, even in Shadow of the Erd Tree, which I can't wait to talk about that at some point. But this area is completely optional. It is hidden behind 2 illusory walls, one of the worst things in the game to go down, and yet it's absolutely gorgeous and is just amazing to look at. There's no boss or anything down here. It's just this, but I really like this area. It's like the whole world of Dark Souls is on stilts. Trees all as big as the Great Hollow. You're going down this thing wondering what the heck is down here, just to find this massive open expanse of nothing. But it's breathtaking at the same time. It's hard not to love Ash Lake purely for the visuals alone. In fact, can you actually turn off the HUD? Oh, you can. Perfect. Yes, this is going to be the thumbnail. I'm purely doing this for the thumbnail reasons. But it's also nice just to get a good look at it. So, take it all in while we're here. And there is the other Hydra. We are going to kill this one just because he's going to make my life a pain in the butt down here. But yeah, if you rest this bonfire without having the Lord Vessel, you deserve that punishment at that point. But I mean, if you're playing the game completely blind, you might not know. So these Hydras, I haven't fought the one in Darkroot yet, but it's going to work much the same. You're going to want to get close, and then what it will do is it'll either spit water, or what you really want it to do is all the heads will come at you, and you need to start hitting them. You will cut off each neck at some point. We should be doing enough damage to where we'll actually kill it with its health bar, but it will automatically die if you take out all of its different heads. Some of these heads are much easier to hit than others, however, so do be warned about that. But as you can see, we're doing a bunch of damage, so we'll probably kill it well before all the heads are cut off. Yeah, it's not the most interesting fight. You're really just sitting around waiting to get your hits in. It'd be really nice if you would just do what I want you to, because you don't want to go too far. You'll fall into the water and die if you do that. But he also likes to back up occasionally, that jerk. Come on, just hit me. You're gonna do it, right? Perfect. Got knocked down, but we're gonna at least get one hit off on him. Yeah, kind of sticking to where you can't even see the heads is how you're really gonna get him to bring into action. There we go, we got one head cut off. Over halfway dead. I know, it's not the most interesting thing to fight, but I want to show the full thing. There's another head. Cool. Yeah, the more heads you cut off, the easier it is to not get hit, but the harder it is to hit him at the same time, so it's kind of a bit of a trade-off. We'll just go for a couple more whacks here. I actually cut off a decent number of heads. This one has more heads than the one in Darkroot will have. So this is definitely the harder one of the two. I think this guy comes straight towards me. Yep. So, cut off that head, and it's dead. Cool. Oh wait, no it's not. Now it is. Okay. So yeah, upon killing the Hydra, you'll get a nice reward of souls and a dragon scale, which this is where you'll actually be able to use the dragon scale, because this is going to be another covenant, and the dragon scales are actually for a covenant unless you want to upgrade dragon weapons. Yeah, you can need a lot of dragon scales for stuff in this game, really. And it's hard to find. The level geometry here can be kind of weird, but there we go. There's also going to be a miracle down here, and I'll show how to get that, in case you're curious. And we'll meet these clamshells. These guys are actually going to show up again in the Duke's Archives. They commonly drop Twinkling Titanite, and they are a menace to all, but that's kind of beside the point a little bit. Yeah, what's at the end of Ash Lake is really what makes this area so fascinating and interesting. Mainly if you've paid attention to the lore and the story at all, specifically the opening cutscene, because you notice how the entire world is kind of on top of these. It's almost like the world was built on this old foundation, almost like this has been here since the beginning of time. And everything else is stuff that just came afterwards. So we'll kind of get a bit of an answer to that by the end of this. But yeah, the miracle we want is just up ahead. There's a lot of just walking around for nothing in this area, but I kind of think that's the point. I like the fact that this area uses empty space to its advantage. It's more of an artistic design decision than the need to fill the game with content just because. And I greatly respect that, and the fact that FromSoft is willing to do stuff like that. But yeah, you're going to want to loop around to the back of this tree, kill the basilisk, screw these guys, and you'll notice this here. You're going to want to drop off onto this. You're going to want to be very careful about doing it, though. Come on. Yeah, it's pretty easy to overshoot that and die. But this will take you to your miracle up on these mushrooms here, the Great Magic Barrier. We will gladly take that and leave. Which is, here's the exit right here. It's fine and dandy. But yeah, it's just a nice long walk on the beach at this point. I think I mentioned a walk on the beach in the Demon Ruins. Well, here's your walk on the beach for real this time. So just take in the sights and enjoy the ride. Oh, I guess there's a clam here too. Bonk. I want to kill him before he gets the chance to hit me. And it'd be nice if they drop at least one Twinkling Titanite. There we go. Yeah, if you're doing Twinkling Titanite weapons and you don't want to buy them all from the Giant Blacksmith in Anor Londo, that's a pretty good way to farm them. Although, really you should get enough from all the Crystal Lizards in the Great Hollow if you go after those. Which I do wonder why there's so many there. I actually don't know. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the main attraction here. You can kind of barely see it in this grove. It's super cool. Like I said, I just absolutely love Ashlate. I like all the areas that From does like this, although the only one that's ever similar is in Shadow of the Erdtree. Well, actually there's two that are pretty similar in Shadow of the Erdtree. But one of them has a boss at the end of it. It's all set up for that boss. But yeah, there is just a dragon down here. This will not attack you, but this is one of the everlasting dragons from the Great War that we were told about at the start of the game. This is most likely the world, or from the Age of Ancients, and Lordran is built on top of it by Gwyn. But yeah, this is the Dragon Covenant here if you want to join it. If you actually give them enough dragon skills, you get an item that allows you to turn into a dragon man. You can also get the Dragon Greatsword. He will not get mad at you for cutting off his tail, don't worry. And yeah, that's really all there is to Ash Lake in the Great Hollow. Not a ton to it, but I find it fascinating and cool nonetheless, and very much worth taking a peek at. We still have a little bit of time to kill for today. So I think what I'm going to do is use this time to, one, talk to Patches here in Firelink, and two, see if we can't get the Crestfallen Warriors quest line completed, which the stench he's talking about, I do believe is referring to New Londo. So we're actually gonna hop down here for a second to take a look at that. Because eventually the Crestfallen Warrior will go hollow, and you'll find him in the New Londo ruins. Right at the start. It's not like super far into the area, so it's not like we gotta go towards the Four Kings or anything to find him. But I do want to see if we can finish his quest for now. Yeah, a lot of the quest lines just end with the NPCs dying. It's very sad. Just like Solaire's would if I didn't save him, which we can actually go talk to Solaire where he would die or go hollow. Yeah, once you come down here, usually, yeah, there he is. Yeah, the Crestfallen Warrior will come down here to investigate the stench and go hollow. So we'll go on ahead and give him a unfortunate end for him. I almost said unfortunate again. I'm like, I just said that. I don't need to be redundant with my words. That would be dumb. Oh, yeah, I didn't actually rest in Firelink. But I'll probably show Solaire's final location when I try to finish Siegmeyer's questline, because we're actually going to continue it in the Duke's Archives, which is why I haven't really brought it up all that much. And I'm going to make my way to the Duke's Archives today, since we'll be finishing it. It's really the only area left in the game for us to do. But yeah, you can find Patches right here. He's actually a really good merchant.
Oh, we meet again. How many of you are there? You've come at the perfect time. I'm done with the looting. I'm a humble merchant now, and wondrous treasures have I, at a special price for you. There you are. Have a nice look at them. Oh, relax. No more funny business out of me, my friend.
Get the prostration gesture. And then, so he sells Eyes of Death. We can easily get to 10 with this. Humanities, couple spells, but you can get these from Rhea. Couple of weapons. And the most interesting things, the Cleric Armor, because of course he's looted Cleric Armor off of, like, Nico and them. And the different masks. So if you want the Mask of the Father, you can get it here. You can get Giant Dad build done really early on, other than the giant armor, if you just go straight into the catacombs. But yeah, that's Patches. I thought he sold Homeward Bones. I guess that's only Demon Souls, and maybe it's in Dark Souls 3 as well that'll do that. But yeah, I wanted to point him out. And just about all the characters are gone from Firelink at this point, aside from Logan and Griggs. Which, I don't know if Griggs will actually leave. He might leave after Logan's gone. But, yeah, let's go ahead and start making our way to the Duke's Archives, which is going to be in Anor Londo. It's not a super long walk to the entrance of the area, which is why I'm doing it today. That way, next time, we can just jump right into it. Kind of forgot that Anor Londo is pitch black at this point. Yeah, I said I would do this part of the area when we go to Duke's Archives as well. Which, Duke's Archives, you can actually see off in the distance up on the hill there. It looks very pretty. I really like the shot and how you can see it up there. It's like a big lighthouse. Oh yeah, the giants are gone now. I almost feel like this statue should get up and attack you. Of Smo. I never noticed that that was Smo. Could you imagine if, like, Smo just... That was Smo, and he just jumps down and attacks you? That would actually be freaking terrifying. Oh, but yeah, you can get the Crystal Halberd out of that Mimic. Chest right here will have a Twinkling Titanite. Yeah, usually there'd be two giants right here, and then one right here, much like on the other side there from where we came in. I guess Ornstein's on the other side, so you can see Ornstein and Smo. But yeah, Duke's Archives is just gonna be right up here. So if you walked up this path early on in the game, this would be a yellow wall that was dispelled by the Lord Vessel. One thing I never actually mentioned is you can fight the Four Kings before having the Lord Vessel. You don't need it to... Well, actually, no, you do need the Lord Vessel. You just need to not place it, because I don't think that the Seal Keeper will give you the key if you don't have the Lord Vessel in your inventory. But you can go down to New Londo. But yeah, there's going to be some boars that we saw in Undead Parish so long ago. Oh, I got his helmet! Awesome! There's going to be two of these in this hallway as we make our way over to the Duke's Archives. So we'll take them out. Usually slash damage doesn't do very well against these guys. I'm honestly surprised I do this much. Probably just because my stats are pretty high. And you can backstab these guys, but I don't think I've ever once actually gotten it to work. It's like the most specific frame ever. And I want to level up, which I can actually probably level up twice. So I think I'll use enough souls to do that before we end off for today. If I can navigate the menus. 70,000 I don't think is enough. I'm gonna use 2 large Proud Knight souls. And that should be good enough. But yeah, this will be our first bonfire for the Duke's Archives as we start making our way through. Oh my gosh, it takes more to level up than I thought it did. I'm gonna need just one more large Proud Knight Soul will do the trick. This is definitely going to be an area that takes 2 parts, so looks like we'll be wrapping up the base game on part 28, other than the final boss. Yeah, because we'll end this on 26, or sorry, no, 27, so yeah, but yeah, I'll end this video here, and I will see you guys next time, where we'll be going through the Duke's archives and just seeing what shenanigans we'll get up to here. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.